Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 20 minutes. Pretty sure I'm going to watch Boeing out of the opening gates. Also watching ZM, but we'll see what happens, and I will keep you updated. Market opens up here in about 7 minutes. What I'm going to do here is just bring over that way some of you, because you're always asking how does the chat room work. So what I'm going to do here is just show kind of an alert that I would type. So right now still pre-market, but 209.50 looks interesting. So what I'm going to do here is just let the chat room know. And I clearly can't type and talk at the same time, but you can watch what I type here. So there we go. BA 209.50, interesting break point for upside move on the open. Right now the price is at 208, so not really necessarily close, but we still have 6 minutes, so it could get closer, or even on the open if it starts to work up there. And then also you can see my watch list right there broken down into stocks that are up over $10 and stocks that are down below $10. So as I mentioned already, Zoom, ZM, BA, two of my top two candidates there. So that's how the chat room works. And whether or not that 209.50 plays out, I have no idea, but I mean, these are live. So this is not a voiceover. So I don't know if that'll come into play at all. Maybe BA just drops right out of the opening gates. I have no idea. But that's why I know a lot of you like these kind of raw videos, because this is literally happening right now. This is not me going back and doing a voiceover like a lot of traders out there do. And some traders don't tell you it's a voiceover, which just blows my mind, and which is why I'm never offended when people are like, Clay, you're a scumbag, you're shady. No, I understand why you feel all these YouTube people are kind of shady when a lot of people do the things that they do. You know, trading with demo accounts, people trading with live money, but the thing is, like I said, they record and then go back and talk through it, but they don't tell you that it's a voiceover, so then they get to sound all smart saying, well, I think this is going to happen, and well, yeah, then it happened, and you're like, oh, wow. But in these videos, I can say, I think something might happen, and it might do the exact opposite. And then I get to listen to the trolls tell me how much of a terrible trader I am, but that's okay. I've learned to accept it. But all right, just kind of stalling. I was wondering if it might work its way up to that 209.50 market in pre-market, but as of right now, it seems pretty set on 208. Market opens up, though, now in less than 5 minutes, so let's see what happens. Market opens here in less than 1 minute, and as of now, looking like 209.50 is not going to necessarily be in play right away. And ZM, I also alerted a 234 mark, but 234 not looking like it's going to be in play right away. But the markets are now open, so let's see what Boeing wants to do here. And as of right now, looking like it wants to pull back. All right, I will go ahead and pause for the time being. All right, I'm looking to, oh, missed it. All right, good. Got in on the back test there. Short, just 100 shares. See if I can get somewhat of a pullback here. Can it break down through that 205? All right, so just 50 shares here left now, and I'll explain why I only did the 50 shares. 207, yeah. We'll see if I can get this to work with me here. Still could be a losing trade, so I'm not out of the woods yet on this one. Once again, this still could be a losing trade based on where my current stop loss is. If I can get a break down below 205.50, then this will be a winning trade, but it's got to get down below 205.50 if I'm going to update my stop loss here. Now, if it is a losing trade, it's not going to be anything huge, but it still very well could be a losing trade. But again, in order for me to make this for sure winning trade, it's got to get back down into that area of the chart, but not liking this lower shadow here. But I still want to give it a chance. So it's Trying to get down there again. There's the break. So now this is a winning trade no matter what. It's just, I'm not sure how big of a winning trade it's going to be. Oh, and took me out. So $21 there, nothing big. The reason why I only did 100 shares is this thing is very strong. It's a big gap up. It was moving. And yeah, I was right. It did roll over and looking like it's going to roll over even more. So I was definitely very right. But got to keep in mind, I could have been wrong and this thing might have just kept on blasting upwards. And with 500 shares, that would have just been a bigger loss than what I wanted. But yeah, in hindsight here, it's very easy to say, and I'm saying it right now, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda just went with the 500 shares because look at it now, pull back here. But it is what it is, and that's good old confirmation bias from you. Because I can guarantee right now, I can tell the future. The trolls are going to be saying, Clay, you idiot, why'd you only do 100 shares? But had I done 500 shares and had it gone against me, those same exact people would be saying, Clay, the thing was strong. It was in an uptrend. Why would you short 500 shares? You idiot. You deserve to take that bigger loss. So I mean, with some people, you can't win when they have hindsight in their favor. But as you as a trader, just realize that if you have a suspicion about a trade plan, but you're a little unsure about it, then a great way to still get involved is just to lower your position size, which is what I did there. And yeah, it worked out. But yeah, hopefully you members did a little bit better than what I did. In fact, just again, let me bring over the chat room here. So right there, you can see the alert that was made. I had to update it because the thing kept moving. So BA update 206.25, new flush point, and that's what you saw me play. In fact, I think I got in, right at 206.25. That's right, I originally missed it, but then it popped back up real quick and filled me. So there is, how the chat room works in real time. So depending on how members played it, they could be doing a whole lot better than what I did on it. But I played it totally correct. Wow, CHK is just getting destroyed, yeah. But this one's so sketchy with the halts and everything, so I probably won't touch it. All right, let's see what else I can find. All right, I am potentially interested in going long if it looks like this thing wants to break 201. So watching closely, and I'm in. So there is the break of 201. And all out. Oh, you moron. You moron. Why didn't one of you tell me that I forgot to change that? Oh, just one of those days. Okay, well, I'll change it now. There we go. That was supposed to be a 500 share trade. That was supposed to be a very, very nice trade. Over $150 trade. But it wasn't. Oh, man, that's embarrassing. And to think now that I have to post this to YouTube, oh, that's not pleasant. Oh, all right. Well, I gotta take a few breaths because I'm irritated. I was thinking I've been struggling this morning. I have no problem saying that. Boeing, I would have never guessed would have drifted down that low. That's why I was looking to go long, and I was right. But not now. Obviously, I would not have captured all that move, but I've just been struggling, and the market's gapping up, and all of these stocks are drifting down. So I feel like at any point these things could reverse back around, which it did right there, which is why I was looking to go long. So I'm thinking to myself, finally, I got out. I got a good, solid, $150 plus scalp. And then I looked down there and only saw $54, which made me confused. But the reason why it was only $54 was because I only used 100 shares. I promise, if this is your first video you've ever watched of mine, I promise I'm not this terrible of a human being and a trader. I'm not like the greatest trader ever. I'm not trying to say that. But I mean, just watch some of my other videos. I promise I'm not this stupid. But it has been rough. All right, well, I may be interested in Boeing again now. Let's see, low of that is at 202.25. See, I'm just so scared right now to go short anything. I feel like these things just want to keep on moving upwards. So I got to stay with the 100 shares. So short there at 202.34. Stop loss will be up over 204. So we'll see what this wants to do. See if it can, there is the break. All right, so 50 shares left now. And all out there for another trade. And of course, I know I'm saying the same thing, Clay. You should have just stuck with 500 shares. That would have been another awesome trade. Yeah, that would have been at least probably a $250 trade. You're right. I can't get anything right. I really can't. I'm getting things right. I'm doing it the right way. And I think the lesson here, as I talk through this with raw footage, is you're seeing the mind games come out with me right now. That first trade, I played it perfectly because it was strong. If this thing would have kept on going up with 500 shares, I would have been in a potentially, $500 plus hole, to the downside. But I was right. It rolled back over in a big way. And then I was right here. It went up. But of course, that was just me forgetting to change the order size. So right there, got me frustrated. And then right here again, would have been a great trade had I done 500 shares. But I did it the right way because this thing was a nice little move here. I gave it some wiggle room. It rolled back over. But yeah, the hindsight voices, you should have done bigger share size. But I guarantee you those voices would not have showed up had it worked in my favor. But wow. This has just been from a psychology standpoint, this has been an absolute train wreck. It really has. The voices are wreaking havoc on me. And I think the worst part, though, is that I have to post this to YouTube. So now I'm going to just get destroyed in the comments, which is, and I say that tongue in cheek. It used to bother me, but I'm well aware of how kind of, I'm trying to focus and trying to be funny at the same time, and I'm failing miserably. All right, so I'm 3 for 3. I am batting 100%, but I'm not even up $100 yet. But again, I am playing it right, minus that one logistical error. I'm managing position size the proper way, despite the voices in my head playing games for me right now. I am, believe it or not, I haven't done anything wrong, minus the forgetting to change the share size, which again, let me get that back to 500 shares. But I've done nothing wrong. See, 203 looks interesting. Wow, Roku is just grinding. I keep telling myself, hey, you should go check. Yeah, look at this thing. Just up and up and up. Okay, it's 10 a.m. Let's change this around 2 minute, 1 minute. So I just changed this over to the 2 minute time frame here. Wow. Okay, what I'm going to do here. Just double checking. Okay, looking to potentially go short at 113.45. This move is just ridiculously overextended. Look at the 5 minute. I'll drag that over. I mean, look at that thing. Basically just straight up crazy. So if it wants to continue on up, maybe I'll get a trade on it. All right, looking for a short of 200 or 202, excuse me. In. Risking about, stop loss is up over 204. Again, just 100 shares. I'm not going to let the mind games get to me. Let's see if we can get a breakdown below 201.50 so I can lock in some gains here. I want to see at least 201.50. Trying to get down there. Getting hung up though in this area of the chart. See if it wants to make another push down there. See if it can get down to 201.50. Yeah, watching level 2, so it's definitely getting, there's a lot of buyers here in this too. It should go now. Should go. Nope, 201.60s. Can we get the break now? There we go. All right, well, 50 shares left now. So this will be yet another winning trade. It's just a matter of how big of a winning trade will it be. So stop is at 202.01. Well, let's see if this thing wants to work for me. If you can get down through 201, I will bring, now it's close enough. So 201.51 is now my stop loss. Now it's at 201.01. And do I hear the voices? I absolutely hear the voices. No doubt about it. And all out there, well, at least I'm over $100. Oh man, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Hey Clay, why didn't you do 500 shares? That would have been, honestly, this is what the voices are saying right now. Clay, you would have an awesome YouTube video right now. You could be up over $1,000 had you just done 500 shares. That's what they're saying right now, and they're absolutely right. I'd be up over $1,000 on the day had I done 500 shares. But they're totally discounting the fact that, and they're not saying to me, but Clay, had these gone your way, you could be in a well over $1,000 hole right now. They're not telling me that. All they're focused on is telling me just how many stupid decisions I made today. But it is what it is, and I've got to be honest, and that's why I like these are kind of like my trade journal. I just need to be done because I'm so irritated right now. These voices are winning, but I guess to pat myself on the back a little bit, at least I'm smart enough to know through experience that the voices are winning, and I'm going to go out and do something stupid, and then the one time where I increase this 500 shares, it'll go against me, and then I'll wipe away my entire gains. And I got to keep things in perspective. $185 for 40 minutes of work. Yeah, I've done much better than this. If you watch my past videos, you've seen I've done well above $185 in 40 minutes. I mean, just the previous video, or I don't know, I've lost track. If you go through the playlist, though, you'll see videos where I make $500 in 5 minutes, $1,500 in 10 minutes, and crazy numbers. But also I got to keep things in perspective. $185 in 40 minutes really isn't that bad. I can't think of many professions in the world where you can make $185 in 40 minutes. But I also can't think of many professions that make you sound like a nutcase like I probably sound right now if this is the first video you've ever watched of mine. But if it is, hey, that's what I mean by raw footage. This is I had no idea this is how the day was going to turn on when I talked way back at the start about how some people do voiceovers. But it happened. It played out like this. I'm winning from a trading standpoint in terms of my the numbers, but I am definitely losing right now from the voices, from the trader psychology standpoint. I mean, I'm experiencing a day trader psychology train wreck right now, and I have no problem admitting that. So, wow, when we're 18 minutes in, if you're still here, why don't you do this for me? If you can relate to what I'm going through, to these types of days where, again, you behave right. Everything I did was absolutely right. Position size, everything was perfect. I behaved the way I needed to behave based on my read on the markets. But have you ever been there before where you behave the right way, but then the voices start to show up and start to play mind games with you? If you can relate, and if you're still actually watching this point, in the comment section, just reply mind games. So mind games. Put that into the comment section below, and that way I know you're still watching. And misery loves company. So, and hopefully I'm not the only nutcase out there. But if you can relate to what you kind of just saw here, and you can relate to the voices that I'm talking about, then yeah, mind games down below. That way, people that are new, because I get it when you're brand new and if you've never put any real money into the markets, you're like, what are you talking about? Calm down. But I'm telling you, you have voices in your head that show up only when you have real money on the line. So for those new people, just read in the comment section. I have a sneaky suspicion that there'll be several mind game comments, which mean, yeah, people can relate to kind of what I experienced today. But it is what it is. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully if anything, you know that you're not alone, okay? I realize that a lot of people on YouTube and a lot of people just around, they're not going to fess up. They want to make themselves come across as, the flawless trader. but I struggle with the voices just like all of you probably do. That they affect me, but like I said, the one benefit that I have and the one thing that I'm proud of is that at least I'm aware that I'm currently losing to the voices. And when you're losing to the voices and you realize that you're losing to the voices, just be done trading for the day. Realize that tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow you can come back, and that's what it's all about. So there's nothing wrong with losing to the voices. The problem is when you don't actually recognize and realize you're losing to the voices. That is the actual problem. So let me say that one more time, because that's a critical lesson. It is okay. You're a human being. It's okay to lose to the voices, like I'm losing right now. But at least I recognize it. And as long as you recognize it, that's the key. Because if you recognize you're losing, then you can just provide the solution to the problem. And the solution to the problem of losing to the voices is I'm just going to be done trading. So I'm done trading, like I said, $185 in 40 minutes. I'd like to have more than that. And the voices showed up again, and I should have a lot more of that had I, done all of, the bigger position sizes. But at the end of the day, that's just the voices that show up. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And if you're still here, bless your heart. I appreciate your support. I really do. If you do enjoy these live trade videos and you want me to keep making these, then the easiest way to communicate that to me, just hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. Again, mind games. But if you have any sort of questions, comments, suggestions, I do read comments. I will reply to them. So leave those down below. And then also check out the channel as a whole. Like I said, I promise I have other trade videos where I'm not a total nutcase like it was today. So check those ones out, and hopefully you ultimately decide to hit that subscribe button and become a subscriber to the channel. So again, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for bearing with me and being kind of my soundboard here as I go through my little trading video, diary or whatever you want to call this. But yeah, get out there. It's okay to lose to the voices. Just be sure you recognize it, and that way you can make the appropriate actions to fight off what they're trying to do to you. So everybody take care. Have a good one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.